No one knew where he came from, this strange man from the Siberian wilderness, with the eyes of a prophet and the soul of a sinner.
I can help your son, Tsaritsa.
Rasputin prays quietly and the bleeding miraculously stops.
The Tsar can change his mind from one minute to the next.
This peasant dares to speak for the Empire.
He's a demon. We end this tonight.
He will not live through the night.
Rasputin is shot but rises again, stumbling into the snow-covered courtyard before being gunned down once more. In the death of one man, an empire fell. Rasputin, the peasant who became a kingmaker, left behind a legacy of chaos and mystery.
I shall be killed. I am no longer among the living.
As we begin to explore the life of Rasputin, we start from the beginning. Who was this man whose power and eccentricity set an empire in flames? The whispers began in the far reaches of Siberia, an unwashed peasant, blessed with divine power. Born in 1869 in the remote village of Pokrovskoye, Grigori Rasputin's childhood remains a haze of rumours and half-truths. Some said he performed miracles even as a child, others claimed he could see into the future. But one thing was certain, Rasputin was no ordinary man. By 1897, after years of wandering and religious discovery, Rasputin arrived in St. Petersburg. The capital's aristocracy buzzed with talk of this strange, unkempt man who could heal the sick and see the will of God. He stood before the Tsar and Tsarina, his rough features contrasting the polished elegance of the court, and yet his mere presence seemed to ease their anxieties, especially those of the Tsarina, Alexandra. Her son, Alexei, was dying from haemophilia, a secret that could shatter the monarchy. Rasputin laid his hands on the boy, and, miraculously, Alexei's bleeding stopped. The mystic's grip on the Romanov family tightened like a noose. The pace of Rasputin's rise was swift. By 1907, he had moved from Siberian outcast to trusted confidant of the royal family. Behind closed doors, Rasputin became a shadow ruler, advising the Tsarina, while Tsar Nicholas II led his faltering empire into World War I. Ministers came and went at his whim, their fates sealed with a simple word from his lips. His boldness knew no bounds. Once, in front of a room full of officials, Rasputin is said to have smirked, "I am the Tsaritsa's will." He walked as if untouchable, knowing he controlled the future of the Romanovs, but his power came at a cost. The nobles bristled, whispers turning to open hatred. In 1911, stories of Rasputin's debauchery filled the streets. His nights were spent in taverns, in the company of women and wine, while by day he held the fate of Russia in his hands. Prince Felix Yusupov, a man of wealth and ambition, saw an opportunity to end the mad monk's reign. With Grand Duke Dmitry Pavlovich, the plot was set in motion. December 16, 1916. Yusupov invited Rasputin to his palace under the guise of friendship. Rasputin entered the lavish dining room, unaware he would never leave. They served him cakes laced with cyanide. Rasputin ate, laughing, his hearty appetite undeterred by the poison, meant to end him. Yusupov, sweating with fear, shot him in the chest. Rasputin fell, but moments later, as Yusupov leaned over the body, Rasputin's eyes snapped open. He lunged, dragging himself to his feet, stumbling into the snow-covered courtyard. Another shot, another. He collapsed, only to rise again. It took a final shot to the head to bring him down. Even then, it wasn't over. They wrapped Rasputin's body and threw him into the frozen Neva River. Days later, when his corpse was retrieved, claw marks on the ice told a chilling story. He had tried to escape even death itself. The Romanovs, shattered and powerless without their mystic, would follow him into the grave as the revolution unfolded months later. And there you have it, the life story of Russia's mad monk, Grigori Rasputin, If you enjoyed this content, you may like this video on The Young Martyr, Yu Guan Sun.